mind.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
He's looking at you, kid.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
You could ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Holy shit.
Really?
Episode 6?
Oh, that's where Star Wars stopped.
Did it?
Not now. Now that
No, it was like episode 6. What was that? Empire Strikes Back or something?
No, but somebody bought the rights, right?
Disney did, and they're going to make the next 3
Oh,
movies.
how shitty
They
Zach.
did?
Yeah, it did. That's right. I did read Disney bought the rights.
$4 billion. That's all
$4
I got.
billion?
That's all I got.
Are you serious?
Who did they buy the rights from? Spielberg?
Lucas.
He wrote,
It's Lucas.
Yeah, for $4 billion. And now, obviously,
So
that's a lot
they-
of money, but that's not a lot for what they got. Star Wars.
So George Lucas just cashed a check for $4 billion.
Billion. With the
Holy shit!
Can I have 20s, please?
Wow. Well, here we are, episode 6. We're sponsored. There's a restaurant.
We're sponsored by the My Way Cafe in Manchester.
The My Way Cafe in Manchester. So if you're out in that area,
Serving breakfast and lunch.
go eat there. The My Way Cafe. And a good friend of ours owns it, and we hear the food is amazing.
Dude, pork roll, egg, and cheese, top of the line.
Really? Oh, it's more of a
Top.
breakfast place, or?
It's breakfast and lunch, and they kind of close for dinner.
Oh, that's
so,
cool.
yeah.
All right.
There's like a lot of old people there, so a lot of old people don't go out to eat because, they eat dinner at like 2:30.
Yeah, and they're sleeping by 6.
Yeah, and they get up at 4 o'clock.
Right. Why do old people get up so early? They have
I don't
nothing
know.
to do.
Because they're waiting around for the paper.
Well, at that point in your life, your body just doesn't need sleep anymore. It needs death. So you have there's
You
no
get used to
reason
laying
to
down.
sleep. You're just lying awake, waiting to go.
That's it. We wake up every day and go, fuck, another one of
This
these
is
motherfucking
taking
days.
forever.
I didn't know what fixed income sucks.
This process is forever. Can we go talk to Jesus already?
So, over the past couple of days, we had that Hurricane Sandy coming.
Unbelievable.
Dude, that
She
storm
blew
sucked.
this whole state worse than
If you're
Snooki.
from Jersey and you've grown up by the shore like all three of us have, to see the pictures is mind-blowing. It's completely mind-blowing.
It's worse than the pictures show.
Yes.
It's worse than the pictures
The
show.
pictures do it no justice. It's almost like watching like one of those 2012 movies or one of the End of the World movies.
Yeah,
It
like
really
all-
looks like
You
that.
expect John Cusack in the big plane with the fat Russian guy to come down.
the fat Russian rich guy with all of his cars in the plane.
Oh, my
That was a
God.
good movie, actually.
Dude, that was a good
It
movie.
was good.
It wasn't bad.
So
Ugh.
here we are, episode 6, and we have to now for people who haven't been listening. There was it episode 2 where this happened? It was after the first podcast, right? Or was it after the second podcast?
It was after the cheating one.
okay.
After the second.
So
the
that was like
cheating
the second or third
podcast,
one,
which
I
is
think.
doing really good on YouTube. If you haven't listened to it yet, fucking please pass the page along and fucking like the page so we can.
Stop being skirts about it.
Yeah,
Like
just
the
like the
page.
page. Stop liking all the fucking pictures. Like
Send
the page.
it to your friends.
Yes, and a view. It helps us get the views up on YouTube. So Jerry had a girlfriend when we started this podcast. a different girlfriend, a different one. He started talking to her about the podcast. She takes a listen, and then breaks up with him shortly after.
Bam.
Right?
Yeah, just like that. It was that fast. And she let me preface the end of the story with the fact that she was like, I only listened to a little bit of it. I don't care to listen to it. I don't think it's funny at all. She
Right.
said those words. I don't think it's funny at all. I don't like anybody on it. And from what I've heard, I have a judgment
Wow.
about you now, and I don't know. I need some time. And that's what she said.
So and she hated me. She called me an asshole.
Yeah,
Wait, she hates me then too?
No, she hates me the most.
Yeah, she
She hates
And we
me.
bashed her.
Dude,
We-
nobody hates me. Oh, dude.
No, a lot of people hate you.
Oh, dude, no. Who? Don't say
Yeah.
it.
No, but we bashed her good on the next podcast when you told us about that.
Because that was only fair.
It was only fair. Now, did I predict she was going to listen to every podcast?
Yeah.
You
Right.
both did. You both predicted
Right.
that. She
Now,
would-
Jerry,
yeah.
please, let's fast forward to when.
Oh, no.
over the weekend.
Over the weekend, and please tell us what happened.
Last weekend.
Okay.
God.
Again, you both of you guys predicted that she would listen to every podcast, and from what she said to me, she seemed like she was above it. There's no reason for me to listen to this. I don't think it's funny at all, and I didn't even listen. I listened to enough of it to form an opinion, but then I didn't want to listen
She
to
didn't
anything.
laugh one time.
Yeah,
bullshit.
Dude, I laugh at it when I hear it myself.
Bullshit, she didn't laugh.
And I said it.
She's mad because she did laugh. That's the fucking problem.
And I think that's the part of it. Anyway, months go by, and
it was it had to be at least 3 months.
The cat's curious. Go ahead.
Months go by.
Okay.
Months go by, and I didn't hear from her. And then I just get this text message out of the blue.
Great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
Great show. You guys are doing a great job.
Was it a picture text or was it?
She texted you about. Go ahead.
Wait, let him. Go, Jerry.
She texted me out of the blue. I haven't heard from the girl in months. I didn't even know she still had my number. She's like, I get this novel text saying, if you're going to talk about me on your stupid podcast.
Oh my God, she subscribes to the page.
Yeah.
She listens to the
And
podcast.
even after the first sentence,
We were right.
she knows she's now a fan.
We
You're a
were
fan.
right.
Thank you. Thank you for being a fan.
Thank you for getting our likes up. What's her name?
No.
Okay.
That's-
Well, you're right.
We're not dicks.
You're right. We're not dicks. Okay.
We're just jerk
So
offs.
now you're getting a novel. Can you please enlighten us to what this dummy had to say?
In addition to the fact that she admitted that she liked and listened to the podcast, which just is hilarious to me.
Oh my God.
You can think about this one at home. She said, not only do you not have your facts straight, that's not the only reason I broke up with you. There's a couple other things that you did that really made me angry, which is really dumb because 2 months went by and you didn't have. You're 41 years old. You couldn't have said those things while they happened. Here's things I'm angry about. You don't stew over stupid stuff for 2 months and then text someone you're not seeing anymore things you didn't like that they did when
Something's
they were in a
still
relationship.
bothering her.
Say something while
She
it
knows
happens.
she's wrong. She knows. First of all, when she broke up with you, wasn't the primary reason the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. Now she's stating that that's no longer the primary reason because we called her out on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what were the other reasons that she broke up with you?
Well, one of the other reasons, now again, this is an adult we're talking about, and this is an adult that
41 people. 41.
They couldn't say at the time I was committing the acts that she didn't like, hey, this bothers me. Or the next day, you know what, last night that really bothered me. 2 months later, I got to get the text that, I invited you over to my house for dinner one night, and
Every girlfriend does.
yeah,
Go ahead.
and I cooked you dinner, and you brought a 6-pack of beer with you, and then you took the rest home. That's really not appropriate, and that's not just something.
Dude, hold on. We're going to stop
Now,
right there.
did-
We bring beer. TJ and I bring beer every time we're here as good hosts.
Right.
Okay? And sometimes I bring them home, and sometimes I leave them here, and it doesn't
But
bother
this
me.
is-
And
this
you
is
don't
a
get pissed
girlfriend.
off.
This is a fucking-
41 years old. Dude, how much are the beers? The beers aren't like $50 a bottle.
But
was
first of all, he bought it for himself, or was it for her? Did she drink any of the beer?
Well, here's the kicker. I drink Bud Light, and she drinks Miller Light. It wasn't even beer that she
was
drank.
Wow.
fucking. This is what was
So
going
I
on.
took
Oh,
my
my God.
product.
So she's
home.
picking at straws.
I'm
2
so angry
months
right
later.
now
2 months later.
because she knows, Jerry. She knows that she's wrong, but she has to fucking search and look for something other than the point that we proved to be a reason that she broke up with you.
Yeah.
Because God forbid we're right about her, and God forbid she admits, you know what, I kind of overreacted on things that you did in your past, and I kind of jumped the gun when we called her on that. But no, she can't do that because she's, number one, she's a fucking female. But you know what I mean? No, go ahead. Well,
Why
this is
can't we have her phone in?
listen.
Why can't we have her
I-
phone in?
Jerry
hear
was-
the other side, and if she hangs up,
No,
she loses, and that's it.
No, that's the bad.
I'm going to
idea.
read to you why we can't, because Jerry was kind enough to give me her cell phone number.
Oh my God, this is gonna be such a long podcast.
So I started texting her on my own.
Oh, you're the friend. Oh, you're the friend of the friend. Oh, here we go.
So on the now wait, well, before I get into this, Jerry, is there any more reasons why she broke up with you other
was-
than the big beer heist?
Yeah, I took home the rest of a 6-pack of beer that only I drank. She didn't drink it. She wasn't going to drink it. She was just mad at the principle that I just brought it back. And you couldn't say anything at that moment.
Who
The next day,
cares?
2 months later,
All right.
it's not even the brand that she drank.
I've never heard.
That's stupid.
That's the first time I've ever heard anybody break up over taking beer home.
Yeah.
No, but you got to
All
look
right,
at you got to look
it's
at it
different.
deeper. She's looking for something so she can
She's right. TJ's
pin
right.
something on Jerry for him being a dick.
Yeah,
when he's
absolutely
not
right.
a dick. She broke up with him for something he did in his past, which is horse shit.
I
It's
can
just
be a dick.
bullshit. Yeah, but no, dude, I see you around your current girlfriend, and you're a nice guy.
You're a nice guy.
You're a nice guy. You're probably an asshole when someone's an asshole to you, like me. I'm nice to people that are nice to me, but when you're an asshole to me, I'm a fucking asshole
Yeah, and
to
you call them out on it.
I call them out.
That's it.
I can see. That's why we all get along so well, because we're mentally we're alike in a lot of ways mentally.
Yeah.
All right? I mean, that's what happened. So go ahead. Is there any more reasons?
There was the other thing that she threw in her novel. I think it was like one long.
Was it one big text message?
One long run-on.
So
sentence.
annoying.
3 of 7, 4 of 7, 5.
Did she do the one of one thing, or was it just? Why do girls do that?
She listed the complaints by number. It was like paint by number. 1.
What?
You took the rest of the beer home that I wasn't going to drink anyway.
She gave you bullets.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's 1. What's 2?
This is a breakup resume.
I
Was it a Word document or a PDF?
What's number 2?
I think even though there was only 2, she still felt she had to number them. Anyway, the second one was one time I took her out to dinner, and this was before I started working again when I moved back to New Jersey. There's about 5 weeks that I was off before I went back to work.
Okay.
So money's a little tight.
Yeah, of course.
I take her out to dinner one night. We both get like
What restaurant?
Tiffany's on 37.
Okay.
And
Relatively inexpensive restaurant.
Middle of the road.
A
All right,
good
that's
food.
fine.
Middle
Yeah.
of the road. You're right.
Yeah,
middle of the road.
But we
a little
both-
above Fridays.
Sure.
Friday, the ribs
Sure.
are good there.
Yeah, I would say they're a bit above Fridays and a little below what, like a Ruth Chris maybe.
You know who owns that is Tony Saragusa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
So go
All
ahead.
right, so
You go
that's
to
good,
Tiffany's, which is going to cost you for 2 people with drinks $50 easy.
Yeah. Well, what happened was apparently one of us had more than I assumed. So when the bill came out, it was like $70.
Oh, what the fuck did you have at Tiffany for 70?
I don't know.
What, you order duck?
I have no idea. But I offered to pay the bill, and I think I knew beforehand I was going to pay the bill. But number one, it wasn't like it was that much money.
So lopsided though. She had to be drinking.
It
What, she had
just-
lobster and fucking wine all night?
Margaritas.
I don't know what it was, but the combination of
So annoying.
I hadn't gone back to work yet, and the fact that the bill was not really expensive, it was just more than I expected. I was like, wow, $70.
Right,
And
but
she
you
was-
were still, but when you said that, you were just surprised at the bill, not that you were trying to get out of paying it.
Exactly.
There you go. Okay.
But she made
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah.
No,
But-
but
Did
see,
she-
the wow
hold on,
thing is,
I know the wow.
she thinks that he's trying to get out of paying the fucking bill.
I understand that. Yeah, I say that too. When I go out to my wife and I'm like, "Holy fuck!"
But you're
it's
married.
140
It's a different thing.
But okay, so did she offer to pay for leave a tip, pay for half? Did she offer that?
Yeah.
She did. I said, no, it's okay.
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 But I was like $70 at that time was like.
So why
big
is
deal.
she mad if you pay for the whole thing?
Well,
Was it
her
the
point.
wow?
Her point was you exclaimed at how expensive the bill was, and that shows a really cheap quality. Oh, so you're just with me for money then?
Holy
Wow.
shit. This girl is
Monetary
a piece
Jerry.
of
That's your
shit.
new nickname,
What
dude.
kind of
Monetary
what kind
Jerry.
of- let me ask you something. What kind of money does this girl make? Is she above the 50,000 or below the 50,000?
Significantly above.
Above 100,000?
Close to it.
You and I are significantly above the 50.
Right.
And I have no problem going Dutch, paying my own way, or someone else paying. But if no one's ever told me, wow, and I said, oh my God, what's going on with the price of the bill? I've never had that problem. Have you ever
How
had
long
that
were
problem?
you dating her when you went to dinner?
I don't know, 5 weeks.
Listen, let me tell you something.
That's
Listen,
dumb, dude.
ladies, listen to me right now, okay? Listen to me, because this is a fucking hot button for me. In your first 5 weeks, there should be a 1-for-1 when you're going to fucking dinner.
We talked about that.
Yes, and
And I think we were observing something like that, and it just happened to be my turn. It had nothing to do
okay, but
with
common
how
sense.
much it was. I was surprised because it was more than I was expecting. Not because I'm a cheap son of a bitch, which I am, by the way.
Are you
But
cheap?
it had nothing. Yeah.
You're a cheap guy. You admit it. Okay. Okay.
Sure.
All right. No,
But there's
that's-
nothing wrong
Frugal.
with that.
I don't like to
He's
waste
frugal.
money.
Frugal.
Okay, he doesn't like the waste.
Nobody-
But
yeah.
you paid a $70 dinner bill, which,
Yeah.
which means you're not cheap.
It was just more than I expected, so I said something about it.
Right. You just was like, whoa, you were caught off guard.
Yeah.
But see, the first 5 weeks, women, are you listening to me, women? The thing is, you should be going 1-for-1 for the first couple of weeks.
That's fair.
My turn, your turn. And here's the way I look at it. Let's say it's the girl's turn, and we're having a couple of drinks, and we order a couple of expensive plates, and I see a $70 bill, and it's her turn, I'm still digging in to give some of that money.
So am
because I know that bill is higher than the average dinner that we've been enjoying for the past couple of weeks, right? Exactly.
It's only fair.
But this bitch sees 70, and in the back of her mind, she's probably like, this motherfucker better just pay and pay for it quick. Because she's one of those materialistic, I make $100,000 a year, so you're above everyone else. It's just bullshit. It is bullshit, that mentality.
And I can't say whether that was or was not the case. I was just pointing out fact.
Right.
It was more than I expected, so I said something about it. I'm not allowed to comment on the bill that I'm going to pay.
What the fuck is it is 2013
And
almost.
you couldn't tell me that moment the next day. You had to wait 2.5 months to say
Right.
something about that.
So it's stewed. It's
Right.
stewed.
Adult.
It's
After,
stewed.
no, but she
Oh my
was
God.
reaching, George. She was like, "What?"
I just
can
said that. She was reaching for straws,
What
dude.
can I see? And
Totally
another
grab it.
thing, Jerry, it's 2000 and almost 13. Okay, women want equal rights. They want equal pay, and I don't got a fucking problem giving it to them.
But they don't want an equal bill.
No, but they want you to act like it's 1940, but they want to make 2012 money. So I'm going to tip my hat, open the door, put my blanket, my fucking jacket across a puddle so you can walk across. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
TJ, it's called chivalry.
Shit, suck my cocklery. It's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. I can't stand because someone has a pussy, I have to pay for them. Why is it always some fucking... It's always got to be about money with these fucking girls. Like, you are judged as a man by how much you spend on these dumb bitches.
You are.
I'm so sick and tired of it. It's bullshit.
Okay, so
And I've done this so many times with girls where they've been like, hey, would you like to go out? And I'll go, yeah, we'll go to dinner. Your treat. And they are flabbergasted by that. They don't know what to say to me. They say, you're such an asshole. Why? Because I want you to fucking pay for dinner? It just, it's on...
That's not how it works, because that's not
why
convenient
can't you
for
pay
me.
for the second, fourth, and sixth?
Exactly. Why is the first one always on me? Why? Why is that? And why? How about the, and look, the end game, Jerry, the end game's always fucking, isn't it? Isn't that always the end game?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so...
Is your mic work?
But seriously, come on, people.
Hello?
The end game is always fucking, and it is a guy's job to get to that end game as soon as possible, and it's a girl's job to keep that end game as
Prolong
far
it.
away as possible.
Well,
That's right.
yeah, because once they realize that they can get the same companionship from a dog sometimes,
Right.
I can watch a movie with Pinky,
Right.
and it'll be the same night sometimes.
Actually, a less aggravating night when you hang
She
out
won't
with a
ask
girl.
as many questions.
Yeah, and she won't ask. And she won't say, "Wow, $70 for fucking a bag of dog food."
It's so I hate when women are so hung up on the spending. Like, pay your own way. You have a job. It's just amazing. It is amazing the power they think they have because they have a slit between their legs that we stick our cock in. It's so fucking annoying.
What's number 3?
Was
No,
there
there was
three?
only 2, but she felt she had to number them anyway.
Why not A and B? That's so dumb, dude.
Well, wait. Now I started texting this
oh,
motherfucker.
that's right.
This motherfucker.
Because I was
No, this. Well, I know her as Twatosaurus because that's how we talk to her.
Well, listen, I wanted to bring her on and have we weren't going to bash her.
I'm not gonna bash her.
I wanted to have a conversation with her and ask her to give us a detailed explanation to why it is okay to break up with someone because of something they've done in their past. Now, Jerry hasn't raped children or fucking committed murder, so
Not
you know what?
living children.
Right. So I write to her on November 4th. What's the 10th? 6 days ago. Hi, it's TJ, Jerry's friend. Will you please come on the podcast this weekend?
You didn't even tell me about this.
Well, I didn't want to. I wanted you to hear for the first
man,
time
go
here
ahead.
today.
No, well, hold on. Did you know that?
Oh,
he did
Jerry gave me the number.
Oh, I gave the number.
Did you tell him what you wrote?
No, I haven't. Jerry hasn't known any of this
Okay,
yet.
so we're
This is-
both
Yeah, you're both
surprised.
seeing
No,
this for the
I
first
don't-
time.
I'm
yeah, I don't know
super
what he
surprised.
said.
Okay, go.
Okay. So she writes back, LOL, really not interested.
LOL.
LOL.
I'm 41 LOL.
Oh,
Now,
my
at that
God.
point, when I see the
ice
L-
is broken.
But wait, when I see the LOL, I think, okay, she's laughing. She might have a sense of humor.
19.
She might have a sense of humor, but I might be able to turn this bitch and get her on the show. I might be able, and I'm only doing it because it's good for the show. I could give a shit if I talk to this dummy. So
I just want to talk to her.
she writes not interested. I write please. It'll be fun. A good debate. People will love it. No attacking, I promise. Is that
That's
right?
fair.
Yeah.
I don't. All right,
She
that's
writes
fair.
no thanks.
Why?
I said you'll have a chance to give your side
That's fair.
because I think she wants to give her side.
Obviously, things are
She
brewing.
writes nothing left to say. Bullshit. By that response right there, she
How is there
knows.
nothing left to say?
She texts you out of the blue.
She complained about the beers that I took home that she wasn't going to drink anyway 2 months later. There's things to say that she
She
thinks
doesn't want to
about for
address that thing
months
in
at a
front of
time.
logical people. That's the problem because she's not logical because she's a female. All right.
Dude, we got 3 smart guys
Hold
here.
on.
Total logics.
I said to her, you deserve to come on and tell
She does.
your side of the story.
Yep.
We're very interested in your side of the story. Maybe we have it all wrong, I wrote. And you can
You're
explain.
playing good cop, bad
I am
cop
playing
here.
good cop, bad cop.
Well, maybe we do have it wrong. But
No,
yeah,
I said,
Maybe you're totally right, and here's your chance.
So I write, maybe you can explain to us what, basically your side, and I think the female perspective would be excellent for the show.
perfect.
And I wrote, now she's not answering me. She's ignoring me. This is the next day ignoring me.
my
So I
God.
wrote, I'm going to say please every day. That's what I tell her. Then I write, well, with a question mark. I'm like, don't ignore us. And then she writes, no, I don't. I've said all I needed to say. Moving on, and you should too. She didn't say all she needed to say. She gave Jerry
She gave
three
Jerry a
lame
bunch of shit.
fucking reasons why she broke up with him. Reason 1, because you talked about because you were honest on a podcast. Reason 2, you brought home Bud Lights. Reason 3, you looked at a bill and were surprised. Really, bitch?
Yeah.
That's why you break up with a guy?
I've had that happen in one day. I really have.
So here, wait.
There's more.
I said
Oh,
I said to her, but you hate us for no reason. You broke up with Jerry for no valid reason. You hate me for no reason. Why not come on and show us your side of the
Just
story?
have a conversation. It's not the. It's clearly
still
not the
says
point
she
where I'm
hasn't
trying to get
hated
anybody
me.
back.
This is
So
good.
she writes, I don't hate you or Jerry. Now, Jerry, what did she say about me when you were talking
That's
to her?
that's contradictory.
How many times did she call me an asshole?
Yeah, many, many times. I don't like that guy. I can see why he's single. She looked
Oh, there's
you
something
up.
wrong with this
She
girl.
looked
Yeah,
you up
she's a
on
female.
LinkedIn just because she had to see your fucking face. She had to see the face of the asshole that she hates. That's why she did that. Come on.
Oh, she looked me up on LinkedIn?
She's like, I gotta see that.
I have a suit on LinkedIn.
I gotta see the
You know how to
face of
tie a
that piece of
tie?
I
shit.
learned. I Googled. I had Siri do it on my cell phone.
Put left over
Yeah.
right.
Siri, how do you tie a tie? Go get a girlfriend. So,
Get a clip on.
yeah. Stop being a faggot and learn. So I said, I'm going to say, oh wait, where are we at? I fucking scrolled. Okay. So she writes, oh, okay. I said, why not come on, clear the air, prove us all wrong. We could be all wrong. Come on and prove us wrong.
Yeah, we'll
Please,
rename the podcast
please.
after you.
Exactly.
That's fair.
She says,
I'm down for
because it's not worthy of my time.
Worthy.
Now, Jerry knows this girl's personality more than any of us.
Worthy.
Let me tell you a
Is
little.
she a queen?
Is she a little queen?
Let me tell you one quick thing about being worthy of her time. She didn't even call me to say like, probably never going to see you again. I got it in text message.
That is fucking Bush League. That's Bush
Dude,
League.
that's
So
bullshit.
Bush League.
After she gave
Don't
me her
break up
little.
with someone via text, you
No,
little bitch.
it's nonsense. After she
A
gave.
41-year-old, by the way. Go, Jerry. Sorry.
That's all right. After she gave me her essay of here's some things I've been thinking about
Essay.
for the past
She gave
2
you a
months.
Mexican? Sorry.
Essay.
Essay. Oh, essay.
Hey, Holmes,
After-
no
Hey,
more.
essay.
After she.
Good,
You want a
sorry.
sandwich?
No more panga.
All right, Jerry, please. We're like fucking 7-year-olds. Our attention span's ridiculous. Good. Good.
So after she gave me that, I tried to be as nice as possible in my response. I didn't curse her or anything like that, but I felt offended. So I said, you know what? Here's something you did that I didn't like. You didn't even have the balls to call me and
Right.
talk to me like an adult. And she's like, well, you said some stuff over text. And I said, well, way to be the bigger person. You're 41.
Right.
And that's when I didn't hear from her ever again.
That was the last text
That was
ever.
the last thing she said.
So
Okay.
if it's not worthy of my time, why is she texting you 2 months later?
Because she listened to the podcast, like I
Because she
said
listened
she
to
was
the
going to.
podcast.
So wait, I got more.
Oh my God, you got more.
There's more?
Yeah.
Jerry, you gonna take those Bud Lights upstairs?
Come on now. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Now this is where I start getting annoyed with her. I wrote, how about just come on and say you're sorry? I told her this.
Oh my God.
I says because
don't
at this point we all know you're wrong. I tell her. She goes, I have nothing to be sorry or wrong for.
Of course not.
I said, then let's have a fun Q&A. Beer on us. No attacking anyone.
Fair enough.
She writes, you're persistent, but no. Then that was the last text I got from her, and here's some of the ones I just shot to her. If it's bad, you can leave early.
Fair.
I tell you what.
Call in.
I said, I tell you what, I bet you have a blast and laugh. If you don't laugh, dinner on me. That's what I told her.
Fair enough.
I'm not paying 70, bitch. All right, you're not going to Tiffany's eating lobster. All right, twat. So
Twatosaurus.
I wrote, please come on, have fun with us, give us female perspective. I said, please, and then I offered. I said, if you do the podcast, dinner's on me. Still no response. What could I possibly do to convince you to come on? I threw her a sad face.
You did
I threw an emoji. I threw an emoji out at her. Yesterday I said podcast tomorrow at Jerry's 6:30. Are you coming? Today I said 6:30 at Jerry's. See you there.
See.
And then I said, can you at least call in? So let me ask you this, Jerry. Should I call her and see if she answers the phone?
I say we call her on my phone through the speakerphone.
No, now because then we're like,
How, you don't want me to call her? People. Anyone listening to this right now,
Dude,
is
I could put it-
chanting.
Call
Is
her.
chanting.
Now,
call
I have
her.
an app. Listen to me.
No,
I
no,
have
no,
an app.
No, I
Because that-
want
I wanna
to
hear-
see,
hear-
I
hear
want to
this.
see it coming from me.
I know, but I want to hear
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
I have an app that can change the caller ID on the person answering the phone.
We don't want to surprise her. We want to
We
be
don't-
better than that.
we don't want to surprise
Okay,
her. We
well,
don't want
if you want to use
stalk her.
TJ's,
That's like
I'm
stalking.
not stalking. Okay, well,
I'm
that's
just
fine.
saying.
How about
All right,
I
I'm an
call
idiot.
Jerry? It's your call, Jerry.
What is that?
That's my phone.
Whose phone is vibrating?
Oh, I thought she was
I
calling.
put it off.
No.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Do we call this bitch right now and see if she even picks up and talks to us?
I say
Yeah,
yes, but
everyone
it's got to
who's-
be
Everyone
unanimous.
who's listening is saying
Everyone
yes.
who's listening right now is saying, "Call this motherfucker." It's Jerry's call.
Dude, you got goosebumps. Look
Jerry,
at you.
you're ready to go.
I-
I say we call her because here's what's going to happen. We're going to get her voicemail, and then we'll just leave her a voicemail. Not
nice-
nasty. Not
Well,
nasty.
yeah, like,
A nice
if,
one.
If you leave her a voicemail, don't say anything. Nasty.
No, I won't. I won't. I'm not going to do that.
Hi, it's TJ. Give me a call back.
Exactly.
Do it.
All right, let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
call her.
Oh. Can you put it on speakerphone?
I am
though?
going to put on speaker.
Oh my God, this is great. Oh, Jerry's walking around the room. He's pacing.
Jerry's pacing. I don't know her name. I just won't. I don't need to know her name. I don't need to know her name.
Oh my
Will she
God.
say her name on the voicemail? I'll go beep.
Hi, it's Twanosaurus.
Thank you for calling Twat Mark. She's not going to answer.
Dude, she's not answering. She's looking at it right now.
I won't. We'll leave her a little voice.
Oh.
Does she-
Hi, you've reached Kim.
oh, boy.
Sorry I missed your call. Please leave me a message, and I will call you back as soon as I can.
Sounds
How
pretty
old
hot,
is
Jerry.
she?
At the tone,
She's
please record
41?
your message.
70 on
When
that
you finish
voicemail.
recording, you may hang up or press
She does sound a lot
for more
older,
options.
dude. Shut.
Hey, how's it going? It's TJ and George and your ex-boyfriend. We were calling you because we're doing the podcast. We wanted to give you one last shot of, just speaking your half of the story. So if you want, give us a call back. We'll be here for a little while. All right. Talk to you later. Bye. Of
Why do you
course-
say talk to you later like she expects you
I
to
don't know,
call?
because we're supposed to. That's what we do when we talk on the phone, for fuck's sakes. All right, so
Sorry about being stalkish, Jerry.
It's a little.
Dude, she sounds like a lot older.
she sounds like she's 60. Does she look good? Is she hot? Do you have any naked pictures of her?
I don't.
Fuck.
I
You
don't.
did.
Did
no,
you?
No,
She
I
didn't
never
send?
did. No, I swear to God.
She's
we-
not worthy of that.
No. All right. So, all right. Are we done with this stupid?
I'm
fucking
done
subject?
with her. How long
Yeah,
have we
we
been?
don't have any commercials this time around.
No commercials because we're sponsored by George.
Oh, we're sponsored by the place in Manchester, My Way
on the
Cafe.
highway or something?
No, not My Way. No,
My Way Cafe.
the My Way Cafe in Manchester, Route 70, open for breakfast and lunch.
George, talk about your fundraiser for a few seconds, please.
We're doing. Oh, okay. Well, we're doing a Restore the Shore fundraiser, so everybody knows about Hurricane Sandy and Superstorm, whatever you want to call it, and all the barrier islands just totally got obliviated, and a lot of the people we know lost their homes, had 6 feet of water in their house, so a lot of them are displaced.
Had to use
So-
a paddle boat to get out of the neighborhood.
Yeah,
Oh, my
Jerry's,
God.
Jerry's family's one of them.
And I want to talk about this too because I did see a lot of stupidity during this hurricane, and I
First,
want to
talk about
make
the
sure I
fundraiser.
talk about
Yeah,
that later. Okay.
Yeah, we will.
So what we're doing is we're raising 100% of the profits that we're going to raise is going to go directly to the Salvation Army to go directly towards Jersey Shore victims.
So it's not like the Red Cross does with
Yeah.
3.5% of the profit.
Exactly. Fuck the Red
Zero.
Cross. Fuck the Red
0%. Salvation Army 0%. So I did my due diligence. We're working on that. We
Awesome.
obtained a tax ID number today. So
Really?
we're ready to go. Yeah, we're ready to
right.
go.
Cross. Jerry, talk about your band real quick. Plug a few of your fucking things.
Fiasco. There's the Facebook page for Fiasco. That's the cover band we do. We do classic rock, 70s, 80s, 90s, even current stuff.
These guys kick ass.
Fiasco's on
Dude,
Facebook.
Jerry's a good fucking
And that
drummer.
singer is
Thank you.
ridiculous.
The singer's good.
Holy shit.
And the website is fiascorockshow.com. All of our shows, Facebook links, all on that.
Okay, now
Let's talk
I
want to
go back. I want to go back to this hurricane. I'm going to start it off here.
Go ahead.
Okay. First things first. Mandatory evacuation means.
He's looking at me.
No. I'm waiting for you to answer. Mandatory evacuation.
Can I guess?
Hold on, TJ, your hands up.
You need to leave.
Get the fuck out.
Oh my
Mandatory
God.
evacuation means mandatory evacuation. So,
Yeah.
when there's 11-foot storm surge coming in, that just means
11 foot.
that's what it was. It was 9/11.
actually
12. It was
So,
12.
right. So when you hear 11-foot storm surge, all that means is that the water's going to be 11 feet higher.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So this is where I get mad. I know people
You're-
lost. I know people lost their homes and they're still out of
And
power.
their lives. And their lives.
And some lost their lives.
I was
Okay,
gonna say
but this
that.
is what I
That's
don't
not
like.
funny.
When I got some guy making $12 an hour, saving people's lives and shit,
Risking
and they gotta fly a helicopter to get someone off a fucking roof.
Right.
That knew they should have left.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
That knew they
but
should have
here's
left.
the thing. That person on the roof has to foot the bill.
We
They
should have
ha-
legislation on
There
that.
is. If you are told to evacuate and you don't, and then you're rescued, that bill is on you. That's
I
how
heard
it
they're
works.
doing that in
Oh,
Colorado.
is that like a 911 ride to the emergency room? You pay the ambulance ride?
I'm not sure about that, but from what I understand is if there's a state of emergency and you're told to leave and then someone has to go back and get you, that's on your tab.
It should be.
It is. It's on your tab. The
It
fuel.
should be,
Yeah.
but it's not.
It's not?
I thought it
is
was.
not. It is not 100%. It is not,
Then maybe it's not in Jersey, but it is in other states.
dude. How bad is that when you're in your second floor and the first floor has 10 feet of water in it,
That's craziness.
and you're upstairs? The only way out of your house is through the upstairs window, and then to swim over to your roof. And then we gotta
It's not funny, but-
and then we gotta have Steve come over with the helicopter and drop down a ladder in 80-mile-an-hour winds to save you.
Well, here's the thing. If they're telling you to leave,
Leave.
these are weather professionals who are studying the storm, who knows what kind of surge you're going to be getting. Just leave. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing happens and you just drive home the next day?
It's not that bad.
Yeah, just
That's what's
leave.
gonna happen.
Just leave for the night. How
It's okay.
people are fucking idiots. People are stupid. That's our podcast.
People are stupid.
People are stupid. Now, who lost power? I had no power, no heat, no hot water for 9 days. Now,
I
now,
had
9
power
days.
restored
Oh,
after
no.
14 hours.
Now, listen, a lot of people, I have friends that have nothing now, that their house is
Still
ruined.
nothing.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
agree.
mean their house is gone, so I
Oh
really
no,
can't
I know
complain.
people like that too.
I started taking on water in the basement, but I was able to deal with it. But
How did you deal with that?
I have a pump that hooks up to the sink that drains a fish tank. Any of you guys own fish tanks?
I have a koi pond.
All right, I have a fish tank in the house.
Okay.
You hook this fucking thing up to the sink, you turn on the sink, it creates a vacuum, and the other end sucks your fish tank dry. And then when you turn the nozzle, it fills the fish tank back up. Because if you have a fish tank, you have to drain the water like monthly and replace 75%.
Oh, that's
of water.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I never even heard of
So
that.
I took the fucking one end.
You brought it
and I
downstairs.
threw it in the sub pump, and I turned on the sink for fucking an hour a day and kept the basement dry. No kidding. I'm not kidding.
So you had like salt water going down your drains in your
Well,
sink.
the house that I am in was built on a stream like 100 years ago. So everyone on the block has a sub pump. But the problem is they're all run by electric.
So if your electric goes out, you're
your
fucked.
sub pump goes and your basement floods. And I started taking on water, and I'm like, if I don't figure this out soon, I'm fucked. Because I started taking in water day 3 of no power. I went 9 days. So if I couldn't get that water out in 6 more days, everything downstairs would have been ruined. Electronics, carpet,
So
everything.
how'd you get the water out?
I used that pump, and I kept running the sink, and the water would go down the drain instead of on my basement floor. I was pumping the water from the sub pump into the drain.
But you had no electricity.
I didn't need it. I had water. I could turn the water on. The water,
Gotcha.
the
Okay.
water created suction, which sucked the water out of the fucking sub pump.
All right, good.
But it was weird. I tell you. Now, what's funny is I was talking to Jerry a while back, and we were talking about topics we could be talking about on the podcast, and Jerry had a fucking awesome topic about life without cell phones and kind of like being off the grid. And we were kind of off the grid. I was for like 9 days.
I was
Now-
too because the cell service was horrible.
Right.
last
It
week,
was
the days
horrible.
After. It was
It
horrible.
was garbage after that.
It was garbage. Now, because Verizon took a hit and AT&T took a big hit. From what I understand, AT&T was actually borrowing antennas from Verizon, and they were working shit out so they can get better coverage. Yeah, from what I understood, from what I was reading on fucking, I don't know what.
That's bullshit.
No, what they would do is lease antennas. That's what they would do probably. So
How do you lease an antenna?
well, what happens is a lot of guys, if you're in an area where Verizon has bad service and you own property and they want to put an antenna up on your property, they pay you like $20,000-$30,000 a month to sit a fucking cell antenna on your property.
Dude, I'll
It's
put
insane.
a fucking cell antenna right on top of my garage.
Dude, I put one in my ass for $30,000 a month.
At least you'll have 4G.
Yeah, and I come faster. So, but being off the grid for a couple of days, the first 2 days, well, I don't know about you, my
aggravating.
sleep habits were weird because I didn't have work for 3 days. I had no power for the first 2 days. So all you really could do was just kind of lay down.
And eat.
Yeah, you've got nothing else to do but just nap.
Right, I was sleeping all day and like half the night. I was up at 4 in the morning. I had the weirdest clock after like 3 days. I mean, were you finding yourself napping a lot?
I did a lot of that before we all went. My brothers and I went to my parents' house, and there was not a mandatory evacuation there. There was like one of those suggestive evacuations, like you might want to get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But if you stay, you could live or maybe not, sort of thing. And so we got walled in by water. It was shoulder high.
Shoulder high.
Yeah, the insurance adjuster came over and put the water line on my brother's truck that was in the driveway, which is elevated. And I have a picture of me standing next to it, and it's shoulder high in the
Holy
driveway,
shit.
elevated.
What kind of house do your parents have?
It's a cape.
Okay, so that thing's fucking done.
Well, it's elevated, but I mean they got a couple inches of water in the
How elevated is it?
like
5?
yeah, probably.
On stilts or on cement or how's that?
Cement,
work?
crawl space.
Really? Wow. The crawl space had to be flooded.
It is. Yeah.
Is the furnace in the crawl space?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Usually that shit is.
but
A lot of people lost shit.
A lot, dude. It was very sad. It is very sad because there's a lot of, because now what happens is now they downgraded that storm from hurricane to tropical.
it helps people sometimes depending on what type of insurance.
Well,
they
that's
have.
where people got
If
fucked
they
too.
don't have hurricane insurance, you're screwed.
Right. But people that had hurricane insurance, from what I understand, if it's downgraded to a tropical, your hurricane insurance doesn't cover anything. And before it hit land, it was downgraded to a tropical, so a lot of people with hurricane insurance got fucked. Now they got to go through FEMA, which I'm sure is a fucking
Now
process.
that's a little bit of a bullshit thing.
Of course, well, it's a way for insurance. You
Sure
don't
it is.
think that these insurance companies are in cahoots with the fucking weather people? You don't think that this thing is being downgraded on purpose because if they don't, they're going to take a fucking $20 billion hit?
Yeah.
Of course it's...
Gonna
Of
back
course.
up the whole company. And
Exactly.
You can't, yeah.
So you don't think the CEO of this company's not on the fucking phone with the CEO of the Weather Channel going, you need to fucking do something about this or our company's going away and we're not going to be able to cut a check for anybody? Of course it works that way. It's bullshit. Any way you can fuck the people out of something, they will.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is. But let's get back to not being on the grid. Jerry wanted to talk about, could we live without cell phones?
I don't think we could because it would be such a learning curve that people wouldn't be able to adapt. It's infiltrated everything you do in your life.
Do you think
I
people
didn't-
like us it would be easier for people like us
Like
than
us,
like college
yeah.
kids?
Because when I was in high school, I had a set of encyclopedias and a typewriter.
Right, and a beeper by the time I was like maybe 19.
And
I had a
everybody
beeper.
in the house
Yeah, me
used a
too.
landline. And then when we got call waiting, it was like a fucking miracle.
How about three-way? Do you remember three-way calling?
we didn't have that. That
Dude,
was
I'll tell you what.
way
Here's how I
advanced.
could survive if we had no cell phones. If Apple made a typewriter where I can send pictures of my cock to girls.
You type it in Morse code. That's
when-
a lot of beeps.
When Apple comes up with the iTypewriter where I can actually get a picture of my cock to a girl, then I'm fine. Because I don't know what you use your fucking cell phone for, but what we use it for, what guys use cell phones for is to get laid.
So your
That's
cock,
it.
your cock
Every
is
aspect
in
of
the
it.
cloud.
No,
It's somewhere.
I turned the cloud off.
It's somewhere.
I don't
dude.
have an iPhone anymore either. Speaking of cock pics, everyone's done it. How many cock pics do you take before you're like, that's a good one? Think about this.
Do
because
I put sepia tone on that makes it look
because
almost black?
because when girls send pics, you know they're taking 5, 10, 15 pictures before they send it to you.
Yeah.
So when you're sending a
Get the
picture of your
lighting
cock,
right.
you want like a really healthy picture of your cock. So number one, you got to turn the heat up in the room so your balls are just hanging real hard.
Number two,
like
you gotta
fever
shave.
cock. Yeah, you got to shave. But you need fever cock. Do you ever have fever cock, Jerry? You know what fever cock is?
Dude, it looks like spaghetti hanging off
No.
the wall.
Fever cock is like when your balls are like just trying to escape from your body because of the heat. You know what I mean? Like, so you're hanging, your balls are hanging real good, and your cock is just
Dude,
hot. So it's
looks like two bowling balls in a garbage bag.
it's like being in a hot tub, and you get out and your dick looks so delicious.
It's
You
like
know?
Delicious.
I
Dude,
wouldn't
you eat
use
dinner?
that word.
I wouldn't use that word either.
But seriously, like, how many pics do you take before you send the cock one out? Like, you go through so many. There's such an editing process
There is.
when you do the. He said there is.
There is. It's
Who
like
talks about this?
We do.
No, you do.
it's like they're being rescued from a mountain by a helicopter.
It's so funny the process of. I mean, what's annoying is when you take like 30 pics of your cock and you're looking for the good one. You're like, got to delete 29 pictures. It's like so fucking annoying.
You gotta hope you don't throw it on Facebook.
And you gotta hope you don't text it to your mom. Because I mean, it's crazy. But now, without no cell phone, I mean, it would be a really tough learning curve.
Well, it would. Number one, just because we're so used to it. We're so used to having that convenience.
Right.
I have a cousin who lives in Wisconsin. They live in a very small town. They're probably one of 3 houses in the town.
Wow.
And there's no AT&T reception there at all. So any of the times I've been there, my cell phone, I just have to turn it off.
Because it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. And if I stay there for 3 days, that's 3 days. I assumed during that 3-day period that everyone I knew thought I died. Because they didn't hear from me for 3 whole days.
Right.
And I had to do other things like look out the window and watch television, which I never watch television.
Okay.
Let's go out. They live on a farm. Let's go look at farm stuff now.
Right. Do some
And that's,
sightseeing.
which was it was great. They
Yeah.
live on a beautiful chunk of land. Wisconsin is a gorgeous state. And it really made me go back in time like 20 years.
Right. Yeah, it is 20 years.
Yeah. It was weird. But at the same time, I thought, like, I have to now term this a vacation because I have no other excuse for just falling off the face of the earth. There's that. And there's the other point that you lose so many conveniences that make it easier for you to not be a confident human being with regards to female situations. It's so much easier to text somebody, hey, let's go out,
it
than it is to
is.
have to call them or say it to their face and then face rejection.
You're right. And dating has become.
And cheating has become a lot easier. Not for me. Not for me.
Was that number 3 on the text?
For other guys.
But you know, it's funny because even me, I seem to have a lot more balls now because I can hide behind the screen.
Yeah.
Not being a tough guy type of thing. I'm talking about with girls. Like let's say what's funny is with me, if I'm talking to a girl, whatever the case may be, the second you get that phone number, you're like, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now I can get to the fucking dirt.
And now I can say all the things that I don't have the guts to say in person just yet. And then later on, after I have a couple drinks, shit's really going to hit the fan.
Right.
Weird shit's going to come out.
There
And
is
then you lose friends, and I do that all the time.
Do you know, I defriend a lot of people on my Facebook.
You defriend?
Oh, yeah, I do a friend
I
purge.
did that really. I
I
did that
do it once
recently.
a
and
month.
I feel really bad about it
Why?
You feel bad defriending people?
because I usually only do it after I've had a couple of drinks, and it just doesn't make sense.
So Jerry has drinks and then realizes he hates people and deletes them?
You know, I hate that guy George. He texts me once a week. Fuck him. I can't see it. I delete people who do like stupid shit.
Well, this is what
You know,
I
like I just deleted someone 2 days ago.
Right.
True story. I deleted this guy because he started complaining about, oh, I don't have a lot of money. I don't have this. I'm looking for a job. And then 20 fucking minutes later, he's on Facebook.
Can't wait to get my new tattoo, bro.
Now get the fuck out of here.
Who is he paying for it with a food stamp card?
Oh, my God.
Well,
and then
that's
2
the thing
hours
now.
later, he goes,
Can't wait to get the iPhone 5.
I'm like, bro.
You just cried broke. Well, here's the beauty.
Unbelievable.
Here's the one beauty about technology. If somebody annoys you, because here we are in a day and age where you only speak to people through technology. You don't see them anymore. You don't call them anymore.
But that's the thing, and we talked about this on one of the earlier podcasts. It takes away so much of the human interaction that you don't have to try as hard anymore. You don't have to be confident. You don't have to face rejection. You're getting the trophy for 7th place. All of that stuff falls into line because it's so much easier. And then conveniences are nice, but you pay for conveniences.
Right.
You go to a 7-Eleven and you get a soda, you pay $9 for that.
Right. But what I like about Facebook and technology is if somebody annoys you, you could just delete them from your life. That's the great part about Facebook.
Yeah, and they don't know.
They don't.
Right away.
Right.
I wish they knew.
Well, no, they
don't get an email saying, "Hey, asshole, guess what?"
I wish they did.
Dude, could you imagine if you're allowed to customize that letter?
But how many times have you deleted someone? Wait, how many times have you
a response email? Guess what, shitbag?
Fill in the blanks. It'll be like one of those fill-in puzzles we had back in the 90s.
Like
Were those
kicking you when you're
ad-lib
down.
puzzles?
How many times have you deleted someone on Facebook and then they refriend you like a week later? That's scary.
No,
because they're looking for you.
I've had people go, "Did you delete me on Facebook? Because I've been stalking your page and now I can't because you're not there."
Right.
I don't know.
I've had people do that, and then you know what they do? They get fucking mad.
People get
I can't believe you
real
deleted
angry.
me. Why fucking not?
When did Facebook become the standard? Like, it really is the standard now, isn't it? Like, if someone's dating, you're not really dating until you put in a relationship with. Like, it's almost the standard now.
It is.
It's complicated.
Right. What does that mean? It's
In
complicated?
a relationship and it's complicated. It means that we agree that we like each other more than normal, but we're still fucking people on the side.
That's
It's
exactly
Yeah,
what
and
it
it's,
is.
and it's not my uncle.
And when a girl puts it's complicated, it means I will fuck you if I'm interested in you.
That's exactly what it means.
No.
Right.
When you see that, that's when you send a text message.
Right.
Hey, how's your day?
If
Right,
you
exactly.
if you help me, you're getting laid.
Right.
That's what it
But
that's
isn't
what complicated
Facebook
means.
really just to get laid? Isn't Facebook really Plenty of Fish with just a nicer fucking web layout?
They both use a lot of the color blue. I think it's the same company.
Mark Zuckerberg owns Plenty of Fish. But really, who uses Facebook for anything else other than to get laid?
The only
That's all it's for.
The only thing
Unless
I
you're
use,
over the age of 50.
I
Well,
use
then you use that 50 and over site. They have a 50 and over
What?
dating site. They
yeah,
do,
it's
I
called
don't know.
MySpace.
I still haven't checked my MySpace in like
Why would
5
you?
years.
Nobody has.
No,
I don't even know what my screen name is.
I couldn't even tell you. It's your email address, isn't it?
Is it?
That's what I thought.
I don't know. Well, anyway, what were you going to say?
I think having no cell phone. Well, when I was off the grid with the storm, after like day 3 of no TV, no nothing, it became a bit refreshing, not having to be prisoner to that thing. Like, did you ever leave the house without your cell phone one day and you're in a fucking panic?
Yeah, but then it's nice after a while.
Exactly.
That's what he was saying.
It's like when I used to go camping with my father. Like we would go for just 2 or 3 days at a time to the middle of nowhere. I mean, if anything went wrong, I would be a frozen fossil in Bass River State Park. But it was great because you could get away from civilization for a while. And even at that time, I had no worries. I was in grade school, and it was still nice to just get away for a couple of days.
Right.
And those are some of the most memorable times of my whole life.
Right, exactly.
Going camping with my dad because it was just relaxing. You could actually just focus on one thing.
Right.
There wasn't a million things going through your head. You're not overstimulated. You're just relaxing. It's nice. But to go back, it's not that that's such a difficult concept. It's reverting back. Being the cheapskate I am, I've thought many times, my cell phone bill is $100 a month.
Right.
That's ridiculous. I'd like to go back and just have a regular phone. And then I think, oh, my God, I can't look at Facebook 9,000 times a day.
Right.
And I can't text people. I don't ever make phone calls. I have 5,000 rollover minutes. I'm not kidding.
5,000?
I have 5,500 rollover minutes.
How many is that in days?
And they clear out once a year. I have 5,500 rollover minutes. I never make a phone call. I don't
I'm getting
call.
the calculator out. Hold on.
Everything is texting. Everything.
Everything is texting. Your whole
Because
world
I don't
is
want
texting.
to talk to you. If I want to know one thing, I don't want to talk to you on the phone because then it's going to be a 7-minute conversation, and I have to stop everything I'm doing to hold something to my fucking face and talk to you now. And I don't want to do it. I can't stand it.
It is annoying, but when you go back to when we were in not high school, maybe I would say 7th, 8th grade, all we want to do is be on the phone. All we want to do is talk to a girl at night for hours.
Every night I would fall
For
asleep
hours.
with my Tide racing car phone to my head.
How many times did you have your girlfriend back in like 7th grade, and you're like, "We'll just fall asleep together on the phone," and then in the morning you're still
Oh my
on
God,
the phone.
I did that.
No, but the thing is that when you woke up, you would pick up the phone and go, "Hello,"
Hello,
so you kind of
hello.
slept together. How fucking gay is that?
Dude, shut up. You did that. I did that
And in the
did
middle of the
that
night, your grandmother died, and no one got the call because call waiting didn't exist yet, and you were on the line for 7,000 minutes.
Do you remember emergency breakthroughs?
That was
had
the
them.
best.
Oh, I'd call the operator, like, I'd be like to make emergency breakthrough, and they would be like, from who? And I'd be like, from TJ. And if the girl accepted, you knew she really liked you. But when she said no, you were like, motherfucker, this relationship's over. And that was devastating to an 8th grader.
It was like
fucking devastating.
It was like calling your parents collect from jail, and they're going, nah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, I remember that. I remember three-way, where, I mean, all that shit.
Hold on, I'll click you in. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on, click you in.
And you hang up on everyone.
That shit was technology for us back then.
That was the cool thing.
Call waiting.
My first girlfriend, I could be on the phone for 2 minutes, and she would do an emergency breakthrough.
Oh my god.
And they weren't just free. You paid for that.
You did pay for that then?
That was like
If
you
you
had to
accepted, so what you did is you did a code name. That's what I did. I would say
okay.
it's from Xavier. I
Right.
would say it's from Xavier. It's really George. So all right, let me get off the phone. I'll call George up. So it was
Is
like
there
a code.
even an operator anymore that can do stuff like that? Like,
Is
does
there
that
any?
stuff
I haven't
even
even seen a
exist?
payphone.
no. There's no
payphones.
operators.
There's no operators, right?
There's no
Is there a
payphones.
411?
Yes,
There
there is
is
a
a
411.
411.
Yes. But why not Google it, and then you know what? The Google comes up
You-
on your phone,
we-
and all you got to do is hit the fucking button.
It is amazing how we have seen things just come and go in our lifetime. Like one thing, like we saw the beginning of VHS rentals. We saw it blossom to Blockbuster Video, and now we have watched every video store in America disappear for Netflix and streaming fucking movies.
And
That
Redbox.
We've seen
Netflix.
that in like 25 years.
I have
It
that
was gone.
Netflix. That Netflix fucking sucks.
Online
Let me-
Netflix sucks a dick.
Online Netflix fucking blows. Okay, and this is what happens. I'm going to
It's
explain
all
to you.
movies. It's terrible, Jerry.
All right,
Fucking
so-
horrendous.
If your movie is from 1995 or older, there's a 50% shot that it'll be on. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get some of these fucking seeds.
Well, then just ask for it.
He
Oh my
wants
God.
your
Oh,
seed.
they're jumbo seeds.
They're good.
They're so good, dude.
Very
I
delicious.
I know. So, I'm so, like a bunch of parrots. So, if you're on 1995 or older, there's a 50-50 shot that'll be on there. So, if you want to see Back to the Future, there's a 50-50 shot. So now Netflix has this thing. Well, they got to wait for the movie rights. They got to wait for the rights to put it on Netflix. So I'm like, why the fuck is Back to the Future 2 on there, but not Back to the Future 1? That makes no fucking sense.
That's what's annoying about it. You'll just have stuff like that where it'll be like Rocky 3, but there's not Rocky 2. It's so annoying.
Yeah, it's stupid. So I'm watching Iron Man 2 when I want to watch Iron Man 1. And that's like fucking dumb. So now all the good movies come out. Like I want to see the Avengers again. That was a good fucking movie.
Oh, man,
but now it's not going to stream. So I have no problem paying $5 a month more to get new fucking movies right away. Instead, they're going to charge you $5 more and go snail mail, give you the fucking disc,
Right.
and you better hope it's not fucking scratched. Because
Right.
if you return it scratched, you're fucked.
I hate Netflix, but
It's so stupid.
it sucks. They're terrible. Do you use it at all? What do you use to watch movies?
I don't.
You don't watch movies? Do you go to the movies?
I don't.
How do you have a girlfriend and not do all this stuff?
That was number 3 and 4.
Wait, do you watch any TV shows?
No.
I got Netflix on my phone.
Wait, not one TV show?
No.
What's the last movie you saw in the theater?
The Avengers.
All right, so you'll
Alright,
see.
And I was dragged out to see that by a girl I dated in Colorado, and she was a Taekwondo instructor. So when
How
she said,
hot is that?
when she said we're
Oh,
going
who's
to the
the girl in
movies,
that movie?
I said I'm going.
Who's the girl in that movie?
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson's so fucking hot.
beautiful. So
She's
that's
so
the last
hot.
movie. Now, did you enjoy the movie?
Yeah, it was good, but I mean, I don't know.
Did you see the last Batman? Because that was amazing.
I haven't
The
seen
last
it.
Batman I saw in the movie theater. That was
So
amazing.
you haven't even seen any of the Batmans?
No, not the new one.
Or are you like against it, or just doesn't interest you?
None of the new stuff comes out. None of that stuff does anything for me. I like the old movies.
Like,
like Casino, Goodfellas.
Okay,
like
yeah,
those
those are iconic.
Those are 4-star movies.
Yeah, those
right?
are. Yeah.
Okay.
So so if something real, if you
Jaws.
see,
I watched Jaws a couple weeks ago. Like I have it on DVD and I'll watch it.
but as far as turning on the TV,
No, I don't even know how to. I don't even know what the channels are. I don't know how to do it.
wow.
You saw when he came over the other day and that guy was jumping from space. It took
right.
He almost died before I found the fucking
Right.
what channel it was on. I don't know how to work it.
Yeah, that's now what. So what do you do? Are you a reader? Are you a guy that reads books? Like what stimulates you? Other than I don't get. I mean, I know you're a musician, and you guys are a little from a different breed. The guys that do music and stuff like that. But what stimulates you? Because I know I like to sit down and watch some TV, like educational stuff too, like Discovery and all that stuff. I love that shit.
I'll watch the History Channel.
Yeah.
Here's
Discovery?
what happened. If I come home and I'm not hanging out with my girlfriend that night, I have a bunch of beers, like this collection here, and then I start going on Facebook and texting people, and I just find ways to piss them off, and that's my entertainment.
Okay, that's your entertainment.
I say things that offend people, and then I get a rise out of their response,
Okay.
and then I delete them from Facebook, and then life moves on.
Does your girlfriend like movies and TV?
No,
Okay.
she doesn't.
Or have any of the girls you've dated liked movies and TV?
Yeah, I'm sure some of them have.
But you never sat down and watched any of their shows with them?
I would painful.
Because I know guy friends that are like...
I can't sit still. I can't sit and look at a screen unless it's something I really need to see.
Or if it's just very interesting. Like,
I
what
like-
about history shit? Like,
I
what's
like
some
the
of-
History Channel. I like that channel about what Animal Cops, where they go to people's houses where they.
That's the Animal Channel, isn't
The
it?
Animal
Animal
Channel.
TV, yeah, whatever it is.
Sure.
So when's the last time you came home and just went through the channels on your TV?
I've never done that.
You've never done that.
Oh, I do that every day.
Maybe high school.
Every day. It's like a fucking ritual.
As a
soon
matter of
as I have
fact,
a
I don't
second
even
to
have to look.
relax.
As a matter of fact, I don't even have to look at the remote. It's like Braille to me. So like I
Yeah.
know where the big button is, and then I go
That's
two spots to the right,
it's
one
odd
down.
to us. That's
The,
really odd.
the
to us.
only thing I look at on a screen is sports.
Okay, sports.
Yeah.
So at night, what you're doing is you're on your computer. You're on your laptop.
Either
or whatever.
that, or I practice, or I have band practice, or I'm hanging out with my girlfriend. That's every night.
And she never wants to turn the TV on, never wants to catch a movie.
No.
Huh. That's weird for us, isn't
I
it?
watch TV every day.
Every
I
day
got
I
a TV
watch
in my office at work.
I have DVR where I have shows that are being taped fucking weekly.
I can't do it. The only thing that provides me any sort of digital entertainment in my adult life has been the cell phone. And I'm back and forth on that because the bill's so high I want to cut it back, but I can't imagine going back to a phone where texting isn't on an actual keyboard.
Right.
And I can't go on the internet via my phone.
So, what's the last time you saw a preview for a movie where you were like, I need to go fucking see that. That looks good.
Actually today, the preview for Lincoln. I'd like to see that.
Lincoln looks cool.
Yeah.
Lincoln looks
That
cool.
would be, and then that would be the first movie I've actually if I go see it, it would be the first movie I've voluntarily taken myself to go see without someone dragging me there in
So what's the last movie you rent?
12, 13 years.
Wow. What's the last movie that you heard of that you were like, I gotta go rent that? I hear a lot of amazing things about it. I need to go rent it.
I haven't rented a movie since.
Do you like documentaries or
98.
anything?
No.
Holy shit. Is that weird to you, George?
No.
It's not weird to you?
No. Well, no.
I can't
That's
sit.
that's like 6 standard deviations away from like the mean. Like that's like
I can't sit
You're the
still
only
for that
person I know
long.
that's like that.
I've
Can't
never
do
met
it.
a guy like
You're the
this.
only person I know that's
Especially
like
a guy who's so, like, his social skills are at such a high level. Like, he interacts with people, like, and usually when we say stuff like one-liners from a movie, he gets it. So that's what I don't understand.
I've seen a lot of movies, not a lot of new movies.
Okay.
Growing up,
Did you see Step Brothers?
yeah.
Did you see Dumb and Dumber? All right,
See,
so
that's like 2000. That's over 2000.
Step Brothers is like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
So you
but-
didn't see. So did you see any of the Spider-Man movies?
None
Okay,
of the Batmans. Not even when Michael Keaton was Batman.
The Hulk.
The original Batman. I saw that one.
Oh, that's like 1962.
No. He
That's
means
like the one with the
No,
penguin.
no. He means with Michael Keaton
The
and
original
Jack
the
Nicholson.
original Batman movie.
Did you see the one with the penguin in it?
That's
With
the second one.
that's okay. So you haven't seen that. So you didn't see anything with George Clooney in it then.
No. He didn't even watch that.
He sucks.
Do you
Clooney.
know George Clooney? They figured it out that. Oh, speaking of which, they genetically linked him to Abraham Lincoln.
Come on.
I swear to God, that came on the news 3 days ago. Swear to God.
George Clooney is linked to Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
He's
his-
LinkedIn.
That's true.
This is a weird fact we found out about Jerry today. So
Dude,
what
last
happens
time he was a fucking lawyer.
what happens if you have a girl that wants to go to movies? You'll do it.
I'll do it for them.
You have
Right.
to.
I mean, I sat through the Avengers, and it was a good movie, but I picked on her the whole time because I couldn't focus on the screen. So now I'm like flicking her and
How much
You
was
just-
the
do
popcorn?
you have a short attention span?
for things I don't want any part of. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Did you get whacked on the popcorn?
No, I wasn't Paul Rubens.
The
I wasn't- I
popcorn's
wasn't
so
whacking in the
expensive
popcorn.
there.
So are you a guy that'll go on the web and like check out YouTube and get hooked into like the YouTube videos? Like, have you seen the Gangnam Style video yet?
I've seen every version of that.
That fucking video could be the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Still haven't seen it.
How have you, dude? You got to be one of the last people on Earth. It has like 700 million YouTube hits.
Well, that's why I put on our page. I'm like, maybe that's just a huge rain dance, and we brought the hurricane on ourselves because everyone is doing that thing.
It is amazing how popular Gangnam Style is. You haven't seen it, George?
I have not seen it.
How is
How
it
could you
possible?
not?
Do you find it funny?
Yeah, that's
It is funny, right? That guy's been all over the U.S. now. He's a rock star.
Still haven't seen it.
Wow. You got to check it out.
I promise you, I will check it out.
All right.
Can we call that girl back?
No. You want to
No, she's not going to pick up.
Not
You
an
know
hour.
she's not
Should
going
we
to
see
pick
if
up.
she at least texted me? Let's just see. Let's just
She's
check.
probably at bingo
And then we'll wrap.
because you guys think she's old.
She did not text me. So
Maybe she's at a Chinese auction.
that's it.
You're not going to call her back.
No. She's not
One-
going to answer, dude.
you're gonna go
She's
one
not
and
gonna
done.
Oh, let me get.
Yeah, she's not going to say, "Oh, we called twice. This must be real important."
This guy
Let
who
me
I
pick up
hate.
this time. All right, so
So I'm a little mad at her for not picking up that phone.
well,
She's not working, dude. She's not working right now.
Jerry, the best thing that ever happened to you was that girl breaking up with you. 'Cause
I
if
agree.
that's her fucking. If
That's
that's the way
her MO.
she thinks, that's scary.
But let me close my part of the story with this. I have to say that she was never. I can't be mad at her because she was never mean to me.
Right.
She was a very logical, very mature person in her delivery. She didn't go out of her way to hurt my feelings or say anything that was like a dig, which made it not make any sense because here's this mature, personable person saying something that was just so off the wall, I couldn't comprehend it because you usually associate an insult with someone acting like an asshole.
Right.
Here's someone acting like a very straightforward. I just want to let you know that I don't appreciate the podcast. I don't like it at all. It didn't compute. You usually associate something you don't like to hear with someone saying it in a very shitty way. But when someone says it in a nice way, but it's not what you want to hear, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And that's the boundary where she
God,
lies.
the number. You know what? You know what I really think? I really think that maturity was a front. Because how long were you dating her?
Oh, 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah,
5 or 6
I
weeks.
think it was just a front, and then she just showed her own side. Because you know how people try to be super nice, like Pro Flowers. He'll be super nice, and then after time,
that's Margie's ex-boyfriend.
yeah,
his profile.
after time,
that fucking faggot.
he starts getting
He
comfortable and lets
listens
his guard
too.
down.
Hi, Scott, you fucking faggot. I know you listen. All right, go ahead, George. I'm sorry. No, this guy's a fucking weirdo.
That guy's weird, dude. He's
a weirdo.
Dude, he's gonna kill 50 people before
He's
he dies.
fucking
He
weird.
definitely is. He's weird like that. So,
Cool.
so I think that maturity was a front, and it started slowly going down. And then you know what? This podcast gave her reason to say whatever. And that's it.
Yeah. I'm
That's what I
annoyed
think.
at the $70 thing.
Well, that's the thing.
It's the stupidest thing.
I'm annoyed at that.
Oh.
It's one thing for me to go, look, this is a lot of money, and I'm a cheapskate. Can you pay for this? It's another thing for me to just remark at a fact. Oh, this is more than I thought it was going to be, but let me still pay for it. Really? And not only that, you couldn't say it that night or the next day. You had to wait 2 months to complain about it. I'm sorry, but the opportunity you have to complain about something you don't like is in the fucking moment, not 2 months later.
But here's the thing. Even if she complained about it that night, it's such a bullshit complaint. You still paid the bill. You still did the right thing. So how does a female complain about something so fucking petty? That's the problem. It's always petty bullshit. If you were out to
Like
dinner,
$70 isn't like a lot of money.
No.
But if you're expecting it to be like 40 or 50, like if I go out to dinner and I'm expecting it to be 40 or 50, and the thing pops up at 72, I'll be like, holy fuck, it's 72. Maybe they made a mistake on the
Right.
thing.
You
And I'll
start to
checking.
look at it. You just
Yeah, I
check the
start to
bill.
look at
And
it.
that's all I was saying. Like, we both had the equivalent of what I thought was 2 hamburgers and French fries and 2 or 3 beers apiece. And
I would have said, all right, stop right there.
$70
I would
I'm
have
like,
said, wow,
that's
too.
a lot of money, but let me pay for this.
2 hamburgers, 2 fries, 3 beers. If I saw it like that,
She might
an
have a mixed
appetizer,
drink, and you don't know what those.
whatever.
what
It's
it
a
is.
$5 mixed drink.
$70?
I would have said, wow, $70, really?
But
I would have
that's
said
all-
the same
That's
thing.
all I said.
All right, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
You're just surprised.
I agree with you 100% now.
He's only surprised because in his head he's thinking 40 because he's
Yeah,
like,
right. That's
wow,
what I would have
a
done.
couple of burgers and a
yeah,
couple of beers.
$12 burger. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I was giving her maybe like a 2 or 3% benefit of the doubt.
No.
That's bullshit.
No,
It's
I
down
give
to
her
0 now.
nothing.
I'm 100% behind you on this.
Well,
Because if
you
Did
better
she-
watch out because she's going to hear this now.
She's
I
listening
don't
too.
care.
She's not
I
gonna
know
like
you're
you
listening.
anymore.
she could find me on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
You can find me on LinkedIn. I wear a shirt and a tie
How did
too.
she find me not knowing my last name?
Wait a minute.
How do you find me on LinkedIn without knowing my last name?
She had help. She had to have.
Jerry didn't,
You didn't help her.
Jerry didn't help her.
So there's,
She's.
we have a
I-
spy.
No, well, real quick. I didn't help her.
I know how she did.
I never told
the
her.
YouTube channel's in my name. All right, we
Okay,
figured it
because
out.
she's not on Facebook.
Well, what if she checks?
Is that creepy now? Can we talk about that real quick? We're going a little over, but we got. Let's just finish this. If you're not on Facebook now, are you fucking weird?
My father's on Facebook.
Well, no. Okay, let me rephrase.
No, what I'm
If
saying.
you're under the age of 45 and you're not on Facebook, are you fucking weird?
No, you are, and that's what I was trying to say. My dad's on Facebook, and that's an example of the fact that every generation is on Facebook now.
What does she say her reason is for not being on Facebook, this bitch? What's her reason?
You know what?
So she's gonna say it's professional. I guarantee it.
Bullshit. Because I know
No,
teachers that are on Facebook that
No.
changed their last name.
Yeah, you could do that.
Exactly.
No, you don't have to put your name. A lot of women do this now. They put their first name and their middle name. Like, we don't know it's you.
Well, do they? Well,
I have
wait.
my first, middle, and last. I'm a professional. I still have my shit up there. I
have
curse
my
all
shit
the
up there.
time.
Yeah, I don't
think,
care.
I think
I don't
she
give a
said
shit.
something to the fact that, like, oh, I don't have time for that.
You don't have time.
Wait,
What are you
she-
talking
I don't-
about?
how
What does she
busy
do?
is this bitch?
What does she do for a living?
He can't tell us.
Oh my!
Can you tell us the field?
Just give us the field.
No, wait. Didn't he say HR?
Sales?
I thought he said HR.
HR.
All right.
But
Which
you're
means,
taking. Oh.
which means she's an HR manager. Which means she sits at work on a daily basis and listens to people bitch and complain about how their feelings were hurt, and she fucking accommodates them. Everyone here has dealt with HR.
You know what? I've never met a nice HR person.
No, they're all
I've
fucking
never.
women, just like the girl that was dating Jerry. Everything hurts their feelings. They're very ultra sensitive, and they have to coddle. That's what an HR fucking manager does. That's what they do. Hi, so and so came to the office and said George said something that hurt her feelings. Now that type of thing can't happen in this workplace, and we have to document it. That's what HR fucking people do. That's what they do.
God.
And that sounds exactly like she'd be one of those people.
Yeah.
Has she texted you since I've been texting her?
No, not once. And I expected that after I gave her. Now again, I was 3 beers in at this point. After I gave you her number,
Surprised he gave me the number
the
so
next
fast.
day I'm like, wow, I gave a number to him. And then I was like, well, fuck it. She never said anything to me, and I was expecting no. You know when I'll hear about it? 2 months from now.
Right after she's listening.
All right,
I
so-
can't believe you gave TJ my number.
3 days before Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. We're gonna have a special.
We
show for
called that,
fucking
bro.
day.
We definitely called that.
I told you she listens, and she listens to every goddamn minute, and she was mad because we were right.
How many exes do we have that listen to this thing?
Oh God,
I don't want to know.
I have a few exes that listen, but the exes that I have that listen enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now when Margie was here, her ex listens because it's the only way he can hear
Her voice.
Yeah, it's the only way he can hear her voice, and he's just one of those weird guys. He wants to hear what her friends say. God forbid we're saying something about him, because we can give a shit about him. He's just a little faggot. He's the guy who sends gifts to
Other people.
to her friends
That's-
to make
dude,
himself look
that's-
like an amazing guy.
Oh, my
That's just like
God.
the guys who
That's
post
kinda
on
weird.
Facebook. How about this? Have you ever seen these fucking posts? We'll wrap with this. I have friends that'll be like, "Well, I just ran down." This is pre Hurricane Sandy, because post Hurricane Sandy, I've seen so much of this that I want to fucking punch people.
Well, I want to talk about that too.
All right,
Go
but
ahead.
pre Hurricane
So much
Sandy,
of what?
well, you're gonna find. You're gonna
hear it.
How about this for a fucking status update? This is one of the things about Facebook that annoys me. Oh, well, I just went down to the Salvation Army today. I donated a lot of clothes. I know it's not much, but I do what I can. Okay, asshole. If you're going to do a nice deed, why do you got to tell all of your Facebook friends that you did it?
I know the answer.
It's not a nice deed if you're trying to broadcast it.
I know
Exactly.
I know the answer.
Go ahead, go.
Because certain people need a pat on the back.
Exactly.
Certain people need a pat on the back. Now, I have a
you
couple
seen
friends.
this a lot with Sandy? Have you seen this a lot
You
with
know
Hurricane
what?
Sandy?
You know what?
I have.
I have. And there's a couple people that, and look, they're doing the right thing. But don't
Why
do
you
the right
gotta
thing.
tell?
No.
Why
But
you
don't
gotta
do the
tell
right
everybody?
thing and say,
Just so you
I did
can
this, I
brag
did this, I
about
did
it.
this, so they can brag about it.
So people can go, oh my God, you're so great.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
did
you're
yesterday? Hold on.
That goes
Hold on.
back to what we said before. All Facebook is fishing for compliments or fishing for sympathy.
You're right. You're right.
Last night, I dropped off 2,000 pounds of clothes to the Salvation Army.
2,000 pounds?
Pounds.
What was it? 3 of your socks?
2,000 pounds.
Oh my God.
Blankets, hoodies, socks, baby clothes. Nobody heard about it.
Why would they?
Fucking dropped it off.
Just drop
No
it
problem.
off.
Dropped it off. I did my
Dude,
deed, and that's
I
it.
had guys updating. I had friends on Facebook updating things that they were doing every day about how much they were helping people. Like, just go help them. You must not be helping them that much because you're on Facebook all fucking day. Put your phone down and go move some furniture out of
And this
this
better
bitch's
not be a
house.
3-day thing. This better not be. I'm serious about this thing.
It is a 3-day thing.
It's going to be a 3-day
is,
thing.
just
where
like
people are
9/11.
saying, I'm going to help. I'm going to help. I'm going to help. I'm going to
Just
fuck them. I got to work out.
After 9/11, how long did you have the American flag on your car? 5 days? That everyone
Well,
got
I
to
had
know?
it on for a long
Okay,
time.
but how
That's just
long?
me.
How long until those American flags were on the side of the road or in some fucking puddle or in a garbage can? A week? A week and a half before all the fucking patriotism was gone?
Well, you live in North Jersey.
Well, like I was saying before,
Well, Central Jersey.
It's only when it's convenient for people.
Right. Right. But I love how we come together for like a week and a half. Like for 9/11, it was a little longer because that was
Yeah.
huge. 3,000 people died in like fucking 3 hours. But after Sandy, you see this huge thing where like, oh, restore the shore, and oh my God, let's rebuild. We're Jersey strong, and it's like Jersey strong. They act as if, look, I'm from Jersey my whole life.
That's a
my whole life,
washed-up
born and
workout
raised
world
here.
slogan.
But
I'm stronger than everybody else.
But what state is going to go, well, we're not strong enough to rebuild. Looks like we're fucked now. Everyone's going to
Let
say,
it go. Oh, there, like California breaks off into the sea. Oh, there it goes.
yeah,
Just let
bye.
it go.
Of course we're Jersey strong. Of course only the strong. I mean, come on with that bullshit. I'm sad everybody lost their homes. I'm sad that the people died. But it's like, everybody wants fucking attention. Everybody wants to talk about how much they lost. Like, I wasn't on Facebook for almost 9 days because of the power. Like, here and there, I'd be checking it on my phone.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm not going to go on there and go, no electric day 2, no electric day 3. Yeah, when I got electric back after 9 days, I just wrote, hey, got electric back, thank God. Actually, I didn't write thank God. I wrote thank.
Allah.
No, I said
Thank fake Jesus.
Yeah, thank fake superhero Jesus. Oh, and you Jesus lovers out there
Oh, man.
that had a house that got washed away, where was Jesus then? Where was Jesus when the house was floating down
I have a couple of
Route
those-
35?
Let me talk about that. Well, Jesus, thank God they spared our lives. I go, what about your fucking second floor of your house?
What about the people who died?
What about the people? What about the lady that I heard screaming on my parents' block that we couldn't get to because it was 4 feet of water, and we heard the screams get faint and faint and faint. She was screaming for help.
Right.
We couldn't get to her.
Sure, right?
And no, I don't know. She's probably dead because we heard her screaming for help,
man.
and the screams got faint and faint and faint. We couldn't go out in the street because it was 4 feet of water. What happened to that lady? Did God save that woman?
Well, God needed an angel. That's what they
Oh,
say, right?
oh.
God needed an angel.
Oh, God. Every
That's
time you hear a
called
ding, an angel gets its wings.
Well, how about the 2 children that were swept away by the wave?
I heard about that in their mother's hand.
Yeah,
in their mother's
well,
arms.
the mother puts the kids on top of the car
Oh.
because she's trying to get in this guy's house for help because now the water's coming up so fast. Okay? She turns around. The kids get taken by a wave. They find the kids like 2 miles down dead.
She should be sued because mandatory evacuation
Well,
means
that's
mandatory evacuation.
Number one, what the fuck are you doing outside?
Yeah.
Number two, why didn't
With a
Jesus-
5 and a 3-year-old.
But listen, if Jesus is going to step up, how about stepping up right there? How about going, hey, you know what?
Oh, Jesus dropped the ball there, dude.
Well,
He was
Jesus-
supposed to step
listen,
up on that shit.
Jesus gave LeBron his championship. He's fucking hanging out, relaxing right now.
He's partying with LeBron.
Okay, and he's helped. What's his name? The rapper? Is it Kanye? He's given Kanye a few awards, but why can't he help this poor lady with her 2 kids? I mean, if you believe that there's some dude in the fucking sky that you're
Here we go.
if you believe that there's some dude floating in the fucking sky,
Watching everything you do.
watching everything everybody does, and you're praying to this fucking fake motherfucker at night, and you think he's answering your prayers, and you think that has nothing to do with coincidence, you're out of your fucking mind. These kids were swept away by a crazy fucking hurricane, and they're dead. And Jesus needs them for what? He needs what? 2 7-year-olds in heaven to do what?
For the priests.
For dead priests to jerk off? I mean, are you serious? What? Are you out of your mind?
Jerry's holding his head right now.
If you believe that there's a dude up there who's fucking looking down, answering prayers, you're out of your fucking mind. You're crazy.
Dude, the biggest child molesters are the church.
Catholic Church.
Catholic Church.
Catholic Church, yes.
Why don't they pay taxes?
They just.
Why don't they
Oh
pay
my
taxes?
God! Why don't they pay taxes? Is right.
Who's that dude with the mullet on TV that's always smiling? Joel what? Joel. It's Joel something.
I have no idea. Just
He
call him
does-
Joe
I don't watch
something.
television. We could rebuild the shoreline of the whole continent if the churches were taxed.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
But no, why would they? They're not going to do
They're
that.
doing the work of God.
Yeah, they're going to donate a couple cans of beefaroni.
Right.
But they're not going to help the whole.
But they'll drive the
countryside.
7 Series around town.
Yeah.
That's what annoys. It's amazing to me that if you had faith and your house was floating around on Route 35 and you still have faith, you're just a fucking moron.
You know what faith is? It's believing with something without seeing any proof, and that's what retards do.
But he's true. It's right. I had this argument the other day with someone where they're like, "You just don't have any."
You're right.
He is right. Faith is basically the refusal. It's an excuse to say what you're saying is too logical for me to believe, and I can't. I don't have any facts to. I have no facts. So
Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
have
no,
faith.
no, no, no.
Faith is no facts.
Got the Bible. We got the Bible, so
the
there's
comic
proof.
book. The comic book with no pictures.
No, it's like
That's
saying,
what the Bible is.
TJ, I have a Ferrari, and you're just going to have to believe that I own a Ferrari, not because you've seen my Ferrari. I'm going to draw a crayon picture of the Ferrari
Right.
and show it to you, and you just take my word for that.
Right.
And that works in real life. And
Right.
yeah.
And by the way, put $20 in the basket before you leave my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Here comes
It's
the
all
basket.
about money. It's amazing. That's what faith is. Faith is, hey, I don't have any facts. And Noah's Ark, there's no way you put all these species on it. And we're all floating around, all friends, elephants,
Except for the
lions.
dinosaur.
You know what?
Right. Well, the Bible had to be changed because at first, didn't the Bible say the earth was only 5,000 years old?
4,000 years old, and
Right.
then all of a sudden they
And they had to
discovered a
rewrite it.
fucking tooth.
Right. No, they discovered. How about going to the Museum of Natural History, you stupid fucks, and seeing these dinosaur fucking skeletons standing around that are definitely a little older than 4,000 years old. So that throws your whole fucking logic right out the window.
Oh.
But they still have faith. These people are fucking stupid.
No, there was a behemoth.
It's unbelievable how crazy these religious people are. It is. It's unbelievable.
And why is there 5 versions of it?
Well, there's the Old Testament and New Testament, right? That's all I know
Yeah,
about.
but they keep changing it.
See, after I made my confirmation, I don't know, you're about...
I made my confirmation too. You did.
You're about
yours?
what? Yeah, I did community confirmation.
Yeah,
you were
me
like,
too.
what, 10, 12 years old at that point? At that point, I started thinking, this doesn't make any fucking sense. There's just no logic behind it. And when
No.
first of all, the priest says when you die, you go to heaven, right?
Yeah.
How the fuck does he know? Who the hell has come back from heaven and told us that's what happens?
Well, those people
You
say
have
they
to
died and
die
they saw
first.
a bright white light.
Right, but
I don't know, dude. Fucking, I didn't die. I think, to me, I think it's a little bit of baloney. That's what I think.
little
it is.
bit of baloney?
I think it's a lot bit of baloney.
baloney? Who says that?
Dude, it's baloney. It's bullshit. It's,
If you guys ever need an arc, I know a guy.
You know that. All right, on that note.
and we need to talk about this on the next podcast.
Well, yeah.
Because I get pissed off at some people.
We're gonna dive into the Catholic.
Because when I
religion.
say, oh, God damn it. And then I got some fucking 80-year-old lady next to me saying, don't use Jesus Christ Lord's name in vain.
I tell her to shut up.
Shut the fuck
Tell her to
up.
shut up. Just say God forgives all. So I could say it as many times
Yeah.
as I want.
I could jerk off in the fucking Eucharist canister, and then I say, God,
Wait, the
I
what
forgive-"
canister?
The Eucharist. That's that thing they put in your mouth.
The priest puts his cock in your mouth. What's
No,
the
you know the Eucharist things?
No.
That's when they break the bread and they put it in your fucking mouth. And
That's called a Eucharist?
Yeah, it's called
I
the
thought
Eucharist.
It was confession.
Oh.
A little
Yeah,
bread,
the
a
actual
little
bread part,
treat.
it's called a Eucharist. I mean,
Really?
my confirmation, dude, yeah.
He's been to church recently.
I'd say that fucking communion bread is fucking tasty. Are you Catholic, Jerry?
Yeah,
Did you make a communion confirmation?
I did.
See, we all did at this
Yeah, but that's
table.
fine
We've all
because
done
you
it.
know what? There's
When did
nothing
you
wrong
give
with that.
up?
There's nothing wrong with that because you know what? The country was founded upon Christian beliefs. So you know what? When I'm in 6th grade,
You know
and
what
my mom says, you better go to fucking CCD.
I did.
I'm fucking at CCD. It's Thursday, 6 o'clock. Fucking pitch black out because it's
I
fucking
remember
winter. I
those
fucking
days.
hate that shit.
Where'd you go to CCD? Where'd you grow up? What town?
Oh, well, I went to Point Pleasant.
Okay, so see, I grew up in Lakewood, so
Tom's River.
Holy Family for me. But
I went to that place in Tom's River on Fisher Boulevard.
dude, you had to take that shit serious when you were a kid because you got in trouble if you didn't pass your community confirmation.
Sure.
It was just as strict as school.
Burning
It was.
down.
Mine was like Tuesday nights.
And my dad said after 6th grade, you could do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
And you know what?
I
7th
had to
grade,
go to
I started
8th
getting
grade.
some logic.
Eighth.
They
Wow.
changed the rules right after I graduated.
All right, so
You
he's
had
a
to go
little
to
younger than us. All right.
You're about 3 years younger than me then.
Jerry's 36, right?
I'm 38.
33.
33.
Well,
okay,
I'm going to
yeah.
be 38.
All right, yeah, that's when they change it. All right. All right, we're done. Fuck
Yep.
it. Hey, what's the restaurant, George?
The My Way Cafe, Manchester. Tell them the People Are Stupid podcast sent you.
Right. And please like the page, you fucking
Oh,
retards.
come on.
And tell your friends about us. And check out Jerry's band page, Fiasco. The band is awesome. They play down at the Shore a lot in Jersey. Come check them out. They're really good. And keep listening to our shit. We appreciate it.
We do. And remember, like, we say a lot of gay stuff on this podcast. But remember, gay jokes aren't funny. Come on, guys.
All right, wrap it up.
Wrap it up. All right, talk to you guys later. See ya.
Bye.